In this episode, let's talk about diet plans, meal plans, why they don't work, and why all those thousands of dollars you have spent have been a waste of fucking money and time. Time you could have spent growing a sick fucking beard and making gains.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing, test Ickles. Welcome everyone to episode 644 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Nipplecast, and Testicle cast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our ball sack. I'm kidding. We flex our biceps. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me for episode 644 of the Daily Sleazy, the Daily Swolecast, the Sleazecast, the Cheesecast, the Slutcast, the Whorecast, the Pumpcast, the Gain Train. Thank you for joining me and watching me live make sick fucking gains one moment at a time. So if you are so fortunate to watch the Daily Swole, if you're so fortunate to catch the Daily Swole and to catch Papa Swole, you're literally making gains while you're watching. Huh? You ever seen someone fucking grow live on camera? I don't think you have. So today's episode is all about diet plans, meal plans, going to explain why they are a waste of time, why you have spent thousands of dollars wasting your fucking money. Let's get into it. Let's check the board first. And Facebook, you're flipped so you can see it actually this time. Can I give you money for the health, please? Can I give you the monies for the health, please? Please? If I give you the monies, can you give me the health? That kind of underlies the whole theme. So is anyone here? Is anyone here a first timer? Is anyone here a Daily Swole virgin? Let's cover some ground rules first. If you've been watching for a while and you have not yet left a Facebook review, please, if you're watching on Facebook, make sure to leave a Facebook review if you have not yet dropped one on my Facebook page. Also, we're live on Facebook and Instagram at Swolenormous. I also have a Snapchat. I'm blowing up Instagram stories, so make sure you follow me there. You can also catch me on YouTube. And last but not least, SoundCloud, Apple Podcast, and Google Play for all the audio gains. So you are able to catch me live, catch the video gains, catch the swole, catch the video swole, and then you can also catch up on all the ear rapings, the ear knowledge nukes, and the audio nukes every day. So whether you're walking the dog, taking a shit, making a duty, you can catch your gains. You can watch and listen anywhere, anytime. Word up from Oxford Whiskey Medicine. That's what I'm talking about, Oxford. What up? Keeping it swole. Welcome. Let's say hi to the family who's watching. Make sure you drop some hearts, share, and float some biceps. We're getting a little bit sluggish, fam, on the share factor, especially on Facebook. So don't be shy. Let everyone know that you like the naughty words. Daniel Tynes, what up? Anna Gonzalez, Courtney Fresh. Hey, first time here. If it's your first time watching the Swole, you gotta say what up. So make sure you drop some questions. Try to keep them on topic. We'll get to them at some point during the middle end of the show. So let's get through it. Hello, Dash. I love it. You're everywhere. I'm everywhere. Everywhere. I am fucking everywhere, aren't I? Let's get some more coffee. Oh, how we doing? Yo. Today's episode 644, why your diet plans and why your meal plans are bullshit. So let's first backtrack to, I think it was yesterday. I forget if it's like Instagram stories. I do so much video content. I forget where I do some of these things, or I say some of these things sometimes. But yesterday, I don't know. I get it every day. I get a lot of messages about recipes. Like, what are some good recipes? Recipes? And I say, go on fucking Google, right? Go on Google and look up a recipe. You know, literally, you could even speak into your phone or ask Alexa for recipes. You could do that. So the recipes are really, that's just nitpicking. That's just trying to cover the food or make it taste a certain way. You're losing the focus if you're worried so much about recipes and preparing. You know, food is not supposed to be entertainment. It's a tool. It's a tool. And when it comes to diet plans and meal plans, and having someone say, all right, Papa Swolio, do you do meal plans? What do you do for meal plans? I need a meal plan. That's literally like following the bouncing ball. That's literally like follow the leader. That doesn't teach you anything. I really do believe that any fitness professional that's giving out meal plans is doing it pretty recklessly. I really don't think they have your best interest in mind, and I don't really think they understand how the body works. So anytime or anyone you talk to that is giving you a meal plan or selling meal plans, I really wholeheartedly think they're doing you a drastic, severe, and sometimes extremely detrimental disservice because they don't know you. They don't know me. You look at them and they say, I want to give you a meal plan, son. And you'd be like, you don't know me, son. You don't know me, son. You're going to give me a meal plan? Huh? You give me a meal plan? You're going to take my money and tell me what to eat? Bitch, you don't know me. You don't know me. You don't know Papa Swole. You can't tell me what to eat. Motherfucker. That's what I say when someone tries to offer me a meal plan. That's what you should say. You should be like, the fuck you say to me, bitch? The fuck did you just say to me? You're going to feed me? You're going to feed me like a fucking baby? You calling me a fucking baby? Well, you going to change my diaper too, motherfucker? You going to feed me some broccoli? You going to feed me some chicken? You going to change my poopy diaper? That's what you should say every time someone offers you a meal plan. Here's the thing about meal plans. They don't know your intestinal profile. They don't know what your gut biome is like. They don't know what you've been eating for the past 30 years. They don't know really maybe all what your body is allergic to. They don't know. They don't know. You might know you're allergic to peanut butter. If you have peanut butter, you're going to go into anaphylactic shock and you're going to die. That's one thing. Okay? That's called a severe allergy. When I talk about allergies, when I talk about intolerances, when I talk about food intolerances, fam, what am I talking about? I want you right now, because I'm going to explain it, of course, but those of you that know what I'm talking about food allergies and food intolerances, I want you to comment right now on Instagram and Facebook what your intolerances is, what the food is, and what your reaction to them is. And an intolerance or an allergy is really an inflammatory response. This can cause joint pain. It can cause back pain. You might know that if you eat carrots, you get migraines. Like these are actual responses that you just get very, very adapted to. You get used to being fatigued and sluggish. You might not realize that it's the bread, it's the grain, it's the milk, it's the dairy, it's the rice that's making you sluggish. I always crash in the afternoon, blah, blah. Well, you're probably eating too many carbs, but at the same time, it could be a specific food that is causing you to fatigue at a certain time. You're eating a certain food that is causing you to feel bad. I saw someone pop up meat. Well, what kind of meat? Because meat's not bad for you. Do you mean grain-fed meat? Do you mean lean cuts of meat? Let's see. Peanuts, peanut butter makes me bloated. That's a legume, and it's high in omega-6s, so peanut butter is not really a good choice. Onion, bread, milk, wheat flour, inflammation and pain. I love it. All right, so you're seeing what the association is between these foods and your reaction. So just because you might not die from it, if you do a proper elimination diet, you're going to determine these allergies. You're going to determine these intolerances. And the intolerances get very covered up. They get very covered up because you are able to. You're able to defend yourself very well. You're able to defend yourself very well from these invaders. Your body creates what's known as antibodies. Your body creates defense mechanisms, little cells, we'll just call them that police and help attack the invaders, because these foods that you're consuming, your body sees as war. Your body sees that as an invader and launches an inflammatory response. The problem with an inflammatory response, it's a stress response. Your body stores more fat, more water because it thinks there's a battle ahead. So your body is actually going to war. You're storing extra body fat. And some of you are in a constant inflammatory state. And that's why you're harboring body fat. That's why you're keeping body fat around your stomach. That's why you're keeping body fat around your thighs, under your arms. That's why you can't lose. That's why you feel bloated. That's why you feel tired. That's why you don't feel like doing anything. I feel full. I just look at food and I get big. I love those. Do you guys know I still get comments like that? I still get messages. I feel like when I breathe, I gain weight. When I look at food, just by the sight of food, I gain weight. No, you don't. You gain weight by shoving your fucking fat mouth with food. You gain weight by not eating the right foods. You don't gain weight by looking at food. It's impossible. You don't gain weight by breathing. It's impossible. It's impossible to gain weight by looking at food. Unless you just ate 3,000 calories and then you looked at food. You might be gaining weight, but it's not because you're looking at food. It's because you ate too much food before. So there's always a reason. There's always a reason. You might be retaining weight. It might feel like you're not losing weight. It might feel like you're gaining weight, but you're not gaining weight. No one gains weight by looking or breathing. No one gains weight through their fucking eyes. So why do I not do diet plans? Why am I so anti-diet plan? And that's because most of these diet plans, not that there's any wrong way, and that's an individual thing. Whether you want to be vegan, whether you want to do intermittent fasting, ketosis, whatever you want to do. But still comes down to you eating the right things. Still comes down to you making the right decisions and eating the foods that are your body's going to respond to the best. So if you are eating inflammatory foods, it doesn't matter if you're doing intermittent fasting. It doesn't matter if you're vegan. It doesn't matter if you are doing ketosis or paleo. It doesn't matter if you're eating foods that are not good for your body. If you're allergic to peanut butter, think about it. Let's say you're severely allergic to peanut butter. And the vast majority of people have an allergy to peanuts at birth. I have to check this out, but I forget the number. I think it's like 94% of babies are born with a peanut antibody or something in their system. I forget the number like that. Don't quote me on that, but there's a huge relation to like what you get from the mother and peanut allergies and the legume allergies. That's very common. Peanut allergies are very common, even at low levels. So let's say you had a severe peanut allergy. Okay. Do you think it matters if you're paleo? Do you think it matters if you're vegan? Like if you eat peanut butter and you're going to die, it doesn't matter if you're paleo or vegan or a carnivore or eating ketosis. If you eat peanut butter, you're going to fucking die. So an allergy is an allergy. An intolerance is an intolerance. An allergen is an allergen. So it's very important that you're eating the right foods. And then your eating style and your lifestyle habits and what you want to pursue and what's convenient for you, that's different. And that's, who cares? Who cares? Whatever works for you. But don't feel like there's an answer. Don't expect there to be an answer. And especially some fucking Joe Schmo that you might find online that's like, here, eat these things. Says who? Because you pass that around to like 30,000 fucking people that are asking for a diet plan. When someone you're paying $50 or $100 for a fucking PDF file that says, eat this, half a cup of this, half a cup of this. They don't know you. They don't know what's going on with your body. Chances are it's going to be completely hit or miss. And some of those foods are going to be unnecessary. And some of those foods might even be bad for you. And that leads me to my next point when it comes to meal plans. And what I mean by meal plans is like someone writing you, like, eat this, have a cup of this. You're playing follow the leader. You're literally playing follow the leader. You're saying, tell me what to do. And you're just, okay, I'll do that. You're not learning anything. You're following instructions. You're just, oh, do this, I'll do that. Eat this, okay, eat that. Have a cup of this, have a cup of that. It doesn't tell you how to make the right decisions when you go to a restaurant, when you have to eat out. It doesn't tell you recommendations when your supermarket runs out of a certain food, or you're traveling, or you're in a new supermarket and your food that you normally eat, the same brand, the same thing, is not available. It doesn't tell you how to eat. It doesn't teach you any of that because you're too fucking lazy to learn. You're a sheep. Exactly, Jennifer. You're a sheep. You're acting like a sheep. Oh, eat this, half a cup of this, 6 ounces of this, 4 ounces of this, 1 cup of this, 3 teaspoons of that. You're following. So you're really shit out of fucking luck, even if that does work. Let's say it does work. Chances are it's going to work because they're restricting calories a lot and you're not eating any fat. So you're going to drop weight, but it's going to be unhealthy. You're going to be hungry all the time. You're going to gain the weight back. It's not going to be clean. Your hormones are going to get fucked up. Usually those diet plans are on a caloric restricted. Everyone's going by the numbers. How many calories, which is not that important. You don't have to worry so much about if you're eating the right stuff, you don't have to count how many calories. People in my community don't nitpick and count calories. You don't have to. If you're eating the right foods, your body is on point. Your body will figure that out and it balances itself out. The laziness for getting one of those diet plans is going to cost you, and it's going to cost you dearly. because you are not learning what your body needs. You're not learning what your body needs. You're not learning what's best for your body. You're not investing your time. And to not invest your time is really to disrespect your body. So you're not allowing yourself to really make true progress because you're just following someone else's map. Someone else that you don't know, that doesn't know your body, that doesn't know what's in your intestines, that doesn't know your history, doesn't know anything, but they can count numbers. Oh, let's put you on a 2,000 calorie a day. If you're still gaining weight or still not losing, we'll drop it to 1,800. You're getting to starvation levels. I have women messaging me that are eating 1,300, 1,500 calories. You're an adult female and you're exercising, you're eating 1,300 calories. You're starving yourself. You're starving, literally starving. Even if you're eating the right foods, you're going to be nutrient shy because you're not eating enough volume. You're starving yourself. So all these low calorie diets it's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's because we've been hiding from saturated fats, because we've been hiding from fats as a culture, as a society. So that's a huge problem. But the diet plans are an issue because they perpetuate this idea that there is an answer. They perpetuate an idea that there is an answer specific to you, that this diet plan will work because it's written a certain way with X, Y, and Z. That is why members of my community of Swolenormous X, we do the elimination diet. We figure it out what the foods are best for us, and then on an individual level, and then when it comes to lifestyle habits and then intermittent fasting, like I said, ketosis or vegetarianism, whatever it is, then you can figure it out. Then if you don't want to eat until 2 o'clock, then don't fucking eat until 2 o'clock. This works best for me. Fasted cardio, blah, blah, blah. All these things that don't really fucking matter. Fasted cardio. You just feel leaner because you haven't eaten and you're deflated and you're dehydrated and shit. Well, not necessarily dehydrated, but you can see your abs in the morning, you feel flat. That doesn't mean you're getting more progress. Like all these fucking ideas that we have. Oh, is it better to work out in the morning or the evening? Who fucking cares? Is it better to eat this or that? Maybe. That's where it comes into play. That's where the individualism comes into play. You could have two people, you could have family members that have different allergic reactions because they live in different households. Let's say the kids moved out and you're eating different foods. You grow a different garden in your intestines. You grow different bacteria, different types of bacteria that thrive on different types of food develop in your system. So then that's going to play a role in what foods you can eat, what foods you might be tolerant to and intolerant to. That being said, also changing diets in extreme fashion. You go on a diet plan, all of a sudden you go from eating high carb, no fat, blah, 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 and you go, I'm going to do ketosis. And all of a sudden you go from 60% carbs and maybe 20 or 10% fat to 70% fat in one day because I'm going to lose weight. My friend told me ketosis works, so let me do ketosis. And then you just start fucking pounding fat. You're on the toilet. Your stomach hurts. You feel indigestion. You feel, you lost some water weight. And you're like, I lost 10 pounds, but man. First off, you're overloading your body with fats. The enzymes haven't developed. Your body isn't ready to digest all that fat right away. And second off, when you drop when you drop carbohydrates that quickly, it's all water. Do you want to know the real reason why people drop 10 pounds in a week? 10 pounds in a week on ketosis, or I lost 20 pounds in 2 weeks. I lost 20 pounds in a week. I lost 15 pounds last week, and I just started ketosis. It's because water molecules bind to carbohydrates. Anytime you drop carbohydrates, you're going to lose water. Wow, the more you learn. Really? Science? Really? So when you get rid of carbohydrates, of course you're going to lose weight. You flush out water. That's why people start eating carbs again, and then they gain weight back. You gain water weight back. No one's losing 10 pounds of fucking fat in a week. Shut up. Shut the fuck up, you're not. 20 pounds, it's not fat. Maybe a pound of fat? Maybe. And then 9 pounds of water. And that doesn't make it a bad thing. That doesn't make it a bad thing if you lose water weight. Because when you lose body weight, when you lose weight, anytime you lose weight, you're not losing dry, crispy fat. You're losing water. So losing water is part of the process. But everyone gets it fucking twisted and thinks like, wow, I lost some weight. I must have lost it. Wow, I lost 10 pounds. You lost 9.5 pounds of fucking fat. You lost 9.5 fucking pounds of fat. Don't even pretend you lost 10 pounds of fat. You lost 10 pounds, but you're 70% water. So you're flushing out a lot of water, which is fine. It's part of the process. It's part of the process. But anytime you do a low carb diet, you're going to flush out a lot of water. That's why they have instant gratification. And like I said, it doesn't mean that that's a bad thing. It's part of the process, but don't get it twisted and think that, wow, that's why you're fucking, wow, I lost so much weight and then I plateaued. No, you lost exorbitant amounts of water because you flushed out carbs so quickly. And now you finally reached that nice steady pace of fat loss. So then whenever I get a message from usually women, even guys, well, I've only been losing, this much pound, I've kind of plateaued. Well, I say, well, what do you consider a plateau? How much weight are you losing? Well, I lost 7 or 8 pounds last month. I said, you're losing 2 pounds a week. You're like fucking dropping weight like crazy. That's fast, 2 pounds a week. 1 pound a week is completely healthy. You think it's going to happen a lot faster. That's the problem, because when you lose water right at the beginning, you lost 20 pounds in a week, 10 pounds in a week. Wow, the first month I lost 20 pounds. The first month I lost 15 pounds. The second month I lost 10 pounds. And now I only lost 4 pounds. Well, because you flushed out all the extra water and now you're actually losing fat. And now you're actually seeing accurate numbers. So don't get it fucking twisted. 1 to 2 pounds a week of weight loss. Even if you lose half a pound a week, like, what the fuck is wrong with people, right? What the fuck? Any more than 3 pounds a week, it's not fat. Really, probably almost like if it's any more than 2 pounds a week. It's a water anyway. You're still losing water too. If you lose half a pound a week in a year, you lose 25 pounds. When do we get so caught up on the number that we don't appreciate losing half a pound a week? If you add those together, you're going to lose the weight that you want. Just keep moving forward. 1/4 of a pound. Okay, tweak something. Half a pound. You're still making progress. 3/4 of a pound. Great. 1 pound in a week. That's awesome. Just keep doing it. Don't get discouraged. Why the fuck would you get discouraged? You're losing. You're fucking losing weight. What the fuck is wrong with you? Your body's not an iPhone. You can't it's not Tinder. You can't just swipe right and swipe the fat off your fucking body. There's no app to lose weight. There's no app to shred fat. It's not Pac-Man. You have to fucking do work and actually take time. Time. Oh my God. Patience, Vince, right? Patience. Patience. It might actually take some time. You might have to actually let the sun fucking set and rise a few times. Don't worry, it will. It's been doing it for billions of years. Talk about patience, right? Talk about patience. The same old shit's been going on this earth for billions of years, and we're just like, how come I haven't lost weight today? How come I haven't lost weight today? Fucking evolution's happening, We're floating in a fucking giant orb in space. No one ever thinks about that. You're worried about 1/4 pound off your fat thighs. Fuck you. Ego of human beings. So anyway, patience. That's why you need to do an elimination diet. That's why you need to figure out what's right for your body, because otherwise you're going to follow some random plan that may or may not work, that will probably cause you more inflammation because someone's just handing you a diet that they're handing to 100,000 fucking people. You need to eliminate. You need to do the elimination diet. It's not just cutting out bad foods. It's a systematic process of cutting out for a set period of time and then re-implementing individual foods one at a time over the course of several weeks. And that is how you're going to determine the intolerances and the good things that you can and can't eat. And then how you schedule and how you choose to eat the foods is up to you. So let's take some questions. Thank you so much for joining again, live on Instagram, live on Facebook. And thank you so much for joining everyone that's members of the larger Swolenormous community. Thank you for everyone that's members of Swolenormous X and Premium that are showing up here. So those of you with the gold and the platinum memberships in Swolenormous X, welcome. And SoundCloud, Apple Podcast, and Google Play for the podcast. So if it's your first time, make sure you drop in the comments, say first time, Swole Virgin. You can catch all my stuff, videos on YouTube. Podcasts. You can get all these and catch up on all the amazing episodes. Yes, that's a good book too. That's a great way to eliminate bad foods as well, Vince. Very good. So questions, drop some questions. Let me scroll through and see who's showing up today. Get some coffee in my face hole. What is the elimination diet? I just explained what it was. You're going to have to watch some of my other episodes. You could do a Google search as well for that. I'm not going to go into the details of everything about it. Now, actually, maybe I'll briefly cover. I already did actually this episode. You might have just showed up at the end, but the elimination diet is cutting out highly inflammatory foods for about 6 weeks, and then one at a time consuming them, keeping a detailed diary of how you react to each individual food when you bring them back into your body. Because when you eliminate a food for several weeks, your body will reabsorb the antibodies. It reabsorbs the defense mechanisms inside the body. So then you resensitize yourself. You resensitize yourself to certain foods that you get used to. So if you're eating or consuming milk all the time, you might be bloated all the time, but you might not feel bloated, like really bad, because you're used to being bloated, right? You get used to that feeling of inflammation. And then all of a sudden you get rid of dairy for 4, 5, 6 weeks. And all of a sudden you come back and you have a glass of milk one day, then you have a little bit of cheese that same day, and you wait 2 days, and all of a sudden you have diarrhea, you have headaches, you feel sick, you feel bloated, your stomach's gurgling all day. You realize, holy shit, I can't drink milk. I just got used to it for 20, 30 years, and it's been causing me problems. So then you cut out milk, and you'll see, if you scroll up on Facebook, you see everyone that, how many of you here had milk as one of your things? I'll scroll back a little bit, but better if you just type it in again. How many of you had milk as one of your major things you had to cut out? Like, what happened when you cut out milk? Did you lose weight? Did you flush water? Did you feel less bloated? Like, what are some of the benefits that you found from, I remember seeing a lot of people comment that it was milk, but what did you feel from getting rid of milk? What's today's rant? You missed it. You're going to have to watch it again, Kath. Today we're talking about diet plans. We just raged on diet plans. I love milk. You love being unhealthy. Get rid of it. You love milk. You don't. No one loves milk, by the way. You're just used to it. You're just used to milk. Roll that around your brains, anyone that thinks that they love milk. Anyone that thinks that they love milk, do you? Or are you just used to drinking it since you were a baby? And you never stopped, and you had it in your cereal and your coffee. You just had it your entire life. What do you love and what are you just used to? African Bell, I stopped having headaches and my gastritis symptoms got better. Yep. No more headaches. Replaced dairy milk with plant milk. Ugh. Plant milk is like, I don't know. That's almost just as bad. What the fuck is plant milk? Like hemp milk? Ugh. I wouldn't play with any of those. All those like preservatives and shit. Cow's milk is for baby cows. Ain't that the truth? I'm not a fan of almond milks and those things. They have carrageenan and stabilizers. You don't need milk. There's really no need for anything with almond milk or soy milk. There's no need for it. Like, what food do you eat? What do you need? Is there a recipe you need? Okay, I get it. But like, there's really, if you're not eating cereal, you're having bulletproof coffee or something. Where do you need it? Where do you need it? You don't. I don't believe they say it's not from humans. I like it straight from the fridge, but I don't have it in coffee. It's not for humans. How can you say you don't believe that they say it's not for humans? If you're getting the milk from a cow, how can you say it's from humans? If you're getting milk from a goat, how can you say it's for humans? If you're getting milk from sheep, how can you say it's for humans? I don't understand. When I grew up, I didn't nurse. I didn't suck the nipple of a cow. And it doesn't mean that a human can't survive and consume a dairy product and live. I mean, if you have raw products, if you're like on a farm and you're having it raw, I think that could be something that might be more easily digestible from healthy cows, from A2 cows. A lot of, A1 casein cows can have problems and digestive issues. But I think if you had raw milk, that's one thing. I think a lot of like issues that we have with indigestion could be eliminated if we're allowed to access raw milk easier. But you can't say that any animal milk is meant for humans. It's just on an evolutionary level. It's just absolutely not. If you can eat a cow, it's never done humans any harm. Well, that goes down a different path. We don't know any of that for a fact. But it doesn't mean that you're supposed to drink the milk. The milk is to raise their young. So if you're a baby cow, then yeah, you're supposed to drink cow's milk. Especially the way it's pasteurized and fortified with nutrients and skim milk. I mean, it's crap. It's crap. It's crap when you buy it from the store. That's for fucking sure. I think it'd be weird to drink human milk, though, at 22, unless it's like from a girl in the moment, but that's different. Well, think about that, right? But everyone would be like, ew, you're drinking human breast milk. But it's from a fucking human, but you'll guzzle cow's milk, right? You'll guzzle cow jizz, but you won't drink human's milk. So if you're not going to drink breast milk when you're 20, 30, or 40, but you don't think twice before drinking pasteurized, sugar-added fucking cow's milk. How do we separate this logic, right? You might find it weird to drink a full, like an adult female's breast milk when you're a grown human being, but you won't think twice before drinking the milk from a fucking cow. That's weird. That's a psychological, that's just justification at its finest or at its worst, however you want to look at it. It doesn't make fucking sense. You know? It doesn't make any sense. Jennifer Kuleza. They should start milking humans like they milk cows for human consumption. But that's my opinion. I think that'd be awesome to go to the store and pick up some fresh breast milk. Fucking making gains. Michael Bastian, what about A2 milk? That might take away some of the digestive issues. But if people have issues with lactose, you could still be lactose intolerant. But sometimes the protein, the casein protein, the A1 protein is what's causing people issues. But that's why the elimination diet's effective. You can do that. You can do the elimination diet, try regular milk, and be like, oh my God, go back to the elimination diet, and you tested that because you stay on the elimination diet. When you're on the elimination diet, you come back. So you do the elimination diet for 6 weeks. And then let's say on a Monday, you have milk. Earlier in the day, you have some milk, then you have some dairy, or you have a little bit of milk. And then you go back to the elimination diet right after that on Tuesday. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, you just observe and see how you react, because sometimes the reaction, that's what's also a misconception, is that when you eat a food, you're going to feel good or bad right after. If you have diarrhea the next day, if you feel sick in 2 days, like let's say you might feel bloated on Wednesday, that could be from the milk you have on Monday. That could be from the food you ate on Monday. So we associate, what I ate yesterday. Well, it must have been something I ate today. It must have been something I ate yesterday. You might feel shitty on Wednesday because of what you ate on Monday. The digestive system doesn't work super, super fast all the time. It really doesn't work super fast at all. So what you eat on Monday might give you a reaction on Wednesday. So you could also test that with A2 milk. If you're doing the elimination diet, you could test that, have some A2 milk and see how you feel in 2 days. If you feel fine, then maybe that could be something that's good for you or not detrimental to you. But you have to test that. You see what I mean? Like you say, what about A2 milk? What about it? They make it. I'm aware that A1 casein protein can be bad or cause issues for some people, but the A2 casein protein might not. But it doesn't mean that it won't cause problems. Maybe in some people it might be better, but that's what I'm talking about with nutrition. That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about with the whole diet plan conversation. Is that you ask me that question and I'd love to say, yes, that's good. No, that's bad. But then I'd be stupid. I'd be stupid and fucking ignorant. I'd be lying to you. Look it up, Kath. A2 milk. Look it up. It's from a different type of cow. Sheep and goat produce A2 milk, A2 casein. You're late to the party. You want these handouts. You got Google by your side. Check it out. You can Google it. It's interesting. Courtney Fresh, thank you so much for all your help. This has been very educational for me. I really do appreciate what you're doing here. Why, thank you. Thank you, Courtney. Yeah. So it's important to test these things. That's why you have to test them. That's why it's really important to test. That's why I don't say this is good, this is bad, end of story. Because that's not the end of the story. That's why some of you might hate milk and feel terrible, and you know right away you have it. And some people might think they're fine with milk. They could still be causing problems, but maybe not noticeable enough. And that's the issue with the adaptation to foods, is that you might not notice that you're having issues with milk because you're used to having milk your entire life. You're 40 years old. You've been having milk your entire life. You're not going to, right? Think about that. You went from breast milk right to cereal and Cheerios. You've been drinking milk your entire life for 30 or 40 years. How the fuck would you notice that milk is causing you problems? You've been drinking it for 40 fucking years. You're adapted to it. You're used to the problems. Your body has found detours around the issue. And then all of a sudden when you remove milk, oh my God, it's like fucking someone took you out from under a fog. All of a sudden you feel completely different because you've been essentially poisoning yourself and causing inflammation for your entire life. You're used to drinking milk. Do you love milk? Do you love milk? Are you okay drinking milk? I don't have any problems drinking milk. Is that true? Or are you just used to doing it because you've never known anything different? That's the more logical answer. Try an elimination diet then. Prove it. Prove it to me. Prove it to me that milk is good for you, that you can drink milk. Do an eliminate. And at the same time, I don't give a fuck if you're intolerant or not. I don't give a shit if you do the elimination diet or not. That's on you. I'm just sharing the information. I'm going to do me, and anyone that wants to join me and everyone wants to do it themselves, fine. I don't fucking care if you want to do it. I don't want to do that. I want to drink my milk every day. Good. Have fun. Enjoy. Enjoy that shit. But you can't say that you're okay with a product if you've never tried doing a systematic elimination of that product. Like, you don't know any comparison. You don't know any comparison. And it's not just milk, it's all kinds of dairy. If you get rid of milk, but you're still eating cheese, you're still eating dairy. If you're getting milk and cheese, you're still having yogurts and cottage cheese, and you're still having dairy products. It's dairy, 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 dairy. It's all of it. So understand that, put into perspective. Oh, good crack. Yes. Motumbo 71. I know once I cut out a lot of the processed foods and milk, I feel so much better. Yep. Super common. Many women would want to do you, haha. Stop drinking milk. What? No dairy? And cheese, including milk. Ashley Nicole, since I stopped eating and drinking dairy, my stomach is feeling so much better. Also, for a test, I drank a cup of milk a couple of weeks after I stopped. Guess what? Diarrhea all night. So no, I'm assuming it's going to say no more dairy for me, no more inflammation. And you found that out by testing it. Now, of course, everyone's going to be different. Some people might not have as severe of a reaction to milk. Some people might have a violent reaction to milk. That even, all these like different subtleties, you see like how Kath over on Instagram was like, well, I love milk. Obviously you're not having diarrhea all the time. Doesn't mean you're not allergic to it, but we talked about that. Okay, so you have to test it. Fine. Ashley had that same issue and then diarrhea all night. So these subtleties, how we're all a little bit different right here, this just proves my point and just goes to fortify what I was saying earlier, the original topic today about diet plans, about eating the right, about having someone tell you what to eat. You see all these subtleties? We're all human beings. I don't think there's any argument there. But we got two different people, completely different people that don't know each other. And one's on Instagram and one's on Facebook. Whoa, how different can you get? But they're both owned by Facebook, so we're still family. You see how that works? Isn't it beautiful? Beautiful thing, right? It means that we're all different. It really means that we're all different and that the individuality of nutrition is extremely important. I think there's still some big underlying themes of what humans should generally eat and what humans generally shouldn't eat. But obviously, there are people that do veganism to their own great success, as far as we know. So, there's all those individuality aspects of nutrition and lifestyle and habits and stress and exercise. There's so many different shades. So that's all I'm saying. Let's see. Samantha. So Samantha, your name is now Samantha. Samantha Silverthorne. We're just going to call you Samantha. Oh, wait, Greg Diaz. Damn, I love milk, but I'm going to have to try to stop drinking it. And what's the worst that can happen? You stop drinking it for a month or two. You try it. Either you feel fine or, and it's not just necessarily one test. You got to test it out a little bit. You got to do it the right way. Or you go back to doing it and you're like, I'd rather drink milk and take the risk or whatever. And fine. What's the harm? People get so defensive. You're going to take away my milk. How could you? It's a fucking test. It's like a month, you fucking baby. It's a month. It's like, fucking get over it. Just you can always get more. Like, you have a car and money, you can go buy. It's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. It's not like in the month that you do the elimination diet, milk is going to be banned and fucking disappear off shelves. It's only been around for hundreds of fucking years. It's only like $1 trillion industry. That's it. Ashley Nicole, it's my thyroid. Problems are diminishing since I've changed my eating habits. Hair was falling out, itchy skin. Yep. Food allergies. All right, let's get back to Samantha's. Samantha Silverthorne. So do you believe that milk is good for some people or that dairy products should be eliminated completely from all human diets? I don't think that. I'm not convinced that dairy is bad. You can make the argument milk is for baby cows. Cows, okay. I also don't think that if a human consumes milk, it's like, oh my God, that's like the end of the world. Like, we've been drinking dairy, eggs, and meat for I think Kathy or someone said, we eat meat. And that's from a cow too. So, what's to say that the dairy is bad? The processing. I don't think a lot of people understand how processed milk is. It's pasteurized, so the protein's denatured. The vitamins or minerals or anything that's would be beneficial are pretty much eradicated. So it's pretty much white sugar water, especially skim milk. It's white sugar water. There's no fat, so you're not getting the satisfaction from it. Another problem is the pasteurization. You're killing all bacteria. So we've been led to believe that, oh my God, my milk has to be clean. Everything has to be so clean. Pasteurize my milk so I don't get sick. You know what antibiotics do and pasteurization does? It kills all bacteria, not just the bad bacteria. It kills the good bacteria that's in milk. So when you have raw milk from a healthy cow, let's say it's a 100% grass-fed, pastured cow, and you're getting raw milk, I don't know if that's bad. I don't think that's bad. Well, I don't think that's going to be bad for the body. If someone has a severe allergy to a milk protein like lactose, that could still be bad. But there's great nutrients in milk, especially if you're getting raw, milk from a healthy cow. I don't think that would be bad. Raw milk. People that might have allergies or allergic reactions or issues with pasteurized store-bought milk might be fine with raw milk. So I'm not saying that milk is bad for everyone. That milk is like evil, evil, evil. The way that we access it is definitely, there's no need for it. It's white sugar water. It's white sugar, especially the skim stuff. Like we're not even drinking whole milk anymore. We're going for the skim. So we're staying away. That's the whole, don't eat fats. Fats are bad. Low saturated fats, skim milk, skim cheese, skim this, skim this. So, if you're going to try A2 milk, try the A2 whole milk. I don't think it's bad. I just think the way that we're processing. I mean, you're processing milk. You're literally eradicating, you're pasteurizing it, and you're heating it, and you're killing all the stuff that's in it that could be beneficial. Okay, so now we don't know. I was on Regulin for bloating for over 12 years. Doc said it was issues with my diabetes. It was milk. Quit drinking milk and no more pills, no more bloating. I'm going to read that one more time because I want everyone to listen to this, especially if you're watching live, fine. But if you're listening to the podcast, listen to this carefully. Mike Stuttle on Facebook, and Mike Stuttle is longtime Swolenormous X member. I was on Regulin. I'm assuming I'm pronouncing it correctly, Regulan or Regulin, for bloating for over 12 years. The doctors said it was issues with my diabetes. It was milk. I quit drinking milk and no more pills, no more bloating. So the doctors are saying, the doctor's not looking at nutrition. The doctors are saying that it was his diabetes that was causing the bloating, issues with his diabetes, what in fact is issues with his diet, of which might have caused or led to the diabetes. I mean, like, this goes fundamental. The doctors, the medical professionals, the ones that Mike was going to give him guidance, to help him be healthy and stay healthier. And they were just prescribing him a drug for bloating. A drug for bloating when all it was getting rid of a food. And eating properly, eating healthy is more about what you eliminate and what you don't eat rather than what you do eat. So that's another thing with the diet plans. That's another thing with food. Everyone's looking for what to eat. Stop looking for what to eat. Stop looking for what you should be eating. What should I eat? What should I take? What should I eat? What food's best to eat? You should be looking at what you should stop eating, what you should be getting rid of, what you should be eliminating. Changing your nutritional habits is more about what you get rid of than what you add. You will see much more progress by getting rid of foods than adding foods. I want that to sink in. Sweetness Kath, again, cottage cheese and peanut butter. You're eating everything that's just highly inflammatory to the body. Enjoy your legumes, enjoy your dairy. That's fine. If you're struggling with anything with your health, you know what you got to do with your nutrition. Overhaul. I would try getting rid of all that. I think you'll see night and day improvements in all aspects of your life. Ashley Nicole, my thyroid. Oh, you told me. We read that one already. Barbie Nelson, I need some help with proper sugar intake. I know natural is better. I'd like to cut back on the processed sugar, but sugar in fruit and veggies need to be cut back also. Sugar is sugar. Yeah, you don't want to go crazy on the fruits. Veggies, I'm not sure what sugar you're getting from veggies. You mean carbohydrates? You get a lot of fiber from veggies. You need fiber. Vegetables are great. Vegetables are fantastic, and you should be eating in-season fruit. In-season fruits. You don't need to be pounding fruit like crazy. That's overblown too. all the micronutrients in fruit, it's a ton of sugar. It's natural. Okay, it's still sugar. It's still meant for summer. It's still meant for longer days. It's meant for activity. So just make sure you're not excessively consuming fruit either. Mike Stuttle, docs knew about milk consumption, but gave me meds instead of testing me for food allergies. The doctors knew about he was consuming milk, but then they just gave him meds instead of doing a food allergy test, even a food allergy test. Jay Robinson, cow's milk for mac and cheese, almond milk for everything else. Ashley Nicole, in my opinion, small organic farms versus huge corporate business farms, there's a difference in the end result of foods. Yeah, maybe. There's a lot of studies. I mean, there's studies that go both ways about the nutrient value that aren't much different. Depends on, I mean, if you grow something in your backyard, chances are it's going to taste a little bit better. But measuring nutrients, I've seen studies that show that conventional versus organic, that the nutrients in the foods are the same. But, it depends on how you look at those studies. But personally, I would opt for a smaller organic farm, at least just for like the mental satisfaction. So personally, I would agree with that just on the surface, but it's hard to really quantify that, unfortunately. Kim Weist schooling. That's why my husband used to drink milk straight from the cow. He lived on a ranch. He loved it. Right. Like it's completely different. Raw milk is completely different. Let's see what we got here. Bombay Castro. My dad has stage 5 chronic kidney failure, and every doctor he goes to just gives him pills or a diet plan, like if they're experimenting on him. You know what's interesting? I saw a quote. It was one of those it wasn't a motivational quote, but it was just something on Instagram, and it said, no one else knows what they're doing either. And it was like something like, I think someone read it, like, it was one of those like inspirational quotes or things. And I think it was like the image of like what someone wrote like in dirt or something on a window. And it said, quote, no one else knows what they're doing either. I think we underestimate or overestimate how much we know, right? We're humans. So think about this, fam. Think about this, right? This is going to blow your mind. What goes through your head when you don't know something, right? What goes through your head when like you're like, oh shit, I have no idea about anything. Like, where the fuck are my keys? Just think. The top scientists in the world, the top scientists that are passing down the information, all the brilliant geniuses, the ones that fucking know everything, the ones that we're listening to, that their word is like, oh my God, like they said this, they created this, they discovered this. In the morning, sometimes they're like, honey, where the fuck are my keys? Did you see my keys? I could have sworn I put them right here. Where are my keys? Stephen Hawking loses his keys. Well, I mean, maybe not the best example. Too soon? The geniuses that we listen to forget their fucking keys. The geniuses we listen to leave the toilet seat up. Those sons of bitches, I'm going to fall in. Why is that a problem, right? Women don't like it when guys leave the seat up. I heard one girl say that because like, oh, we sit down, we don't look, and we just fall in. Isn't that your fault for not looking to see if there's a fucking seat? You're not looking at the toilet when you sit down. You don't look where you sit. Oh, but then we have to touch the seat. Just fucking the corner. Put it down. You don't wash your hands. What do you touch the toilet seat and then lick your fucking fingers? What's this like weird like, you left the toilet seat up. So what? He lifted it. So he didn't piss all over it. You're welcome. Just fucking put it down. Why is that a big deal? So fucking entitled. You can't like use your foot, just kind of kick it down or touch it and then wash your hands. Oh my God. Physical activity. Fucking princesses. Give me a break. Fine, we'll leave the seat down. We'll piss all over it. Then see what's what. Well, that took a turn, huh? You like that? I love this fucking podcast. Anything goes. Let's take one or two more questions. Let's see. Got some great interaction. I was thinking of Hawking. I was Steven. Hold on, I got a burp. That was a good one. Holy shit. I don't even know what the fuck to pronounce for that. Cananilo. Wait. Cananilo Anuenue, Kawakui, Canalino. All right, holy shit. Canalito Anuenue, Kawakui. I don't know. That's an awesome name. Holy fucking, like Hawaiian or from outer space. Elon Musk. Elon Musk. Did the Roadster come back already? I love it. I used to put my foot to the seat down after my son hugs me to the toilet. Well, big deal, right? Big deal. Big deal. BD. Big deal. Let the toilet seat down so stuff doesn't fall in it. You're supposed to shut it before you flush anyway. There you go, Eric. What a fucking gentleman. Wrong. Nani is fine. Yeah, no shit, Nani is fine. No shit, Nani is fine. You see your name? You have like 17 consonants and like 75 letters. Of course, Nani is fine. Just call me G. Just call me G. Nani is fine. Oh, I love it. I love it. I hope you have a sense of humor because I thought that was hysterical. Super funny. I don't care whether it's up or down. All right, we're just getting off on like peeing in toilets and everything. But great questions, fam. Thank you so much. Got a lot of great shit coming for this weekend for Swolenormous X. I got a bunch of videos I'm editing today. It's going to be a great day. So make sure you plug into Instagram. I'm going to be dropping some more pics. So if you like the butt hurt pics, you're going to love these today. Got another one coming ASA to the P. And remember to follow me, SoundCloud, Apple Podcast, Google Play. Just type in Swolenormous or the Daily Swole. Some of those I have 2 playlists, Swolenormous Audio and the Daily Swole. So you get snippets and recaps on Swolenormous Audio and little mini podcast clips and little mini nukes. So if you're not checking out Swolenormous Audio on iTunes, on Apple Podcasts, or Google Play, Swolenormous Audio has additional podcast content. But the entire playlist for Daily Swole is called the Daily Swole. So check out all those, follow, subscribe, like, and make sure if you haven't left a Facebook review here on my Facebook page, even if you're on Instagram, you got a few minutes because you can't leave reviews on Instagram. I would love it if you hopped over onto Facebook and dropped a review. Just click reviews and drop some stars, leave a couple sentences. I appreciate it. And I love to show you some love as well. So if you're enjoying the show, please drop a review wherever you can. And I will see everyone tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time, for episode 645 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Gamecast, Mancast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. Peace, McGee's, Deuce McGoose fan, Papa Swolio, out.